The Partisan Hymn was the creation of Hirsh Glik, a young poet from Vilna.
Glik was inspired by the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, which was the largest organized attack against the Nazis during World War II and which transpired on Passover Eve. Glik was inspired by those events to write his own anthem. When Glik brought it to Shmerka Kaczyginski, Kaczyginski was so moved, he later would call it the second Hatikva of the Jewish people, referring to the national anthem of Israel.
This song, the Partisan Hymn, was taken from a popular Russian folk tune. So it was already in the consciousness of the people. And then this 22-year-old poet wrote these inspiring words of hope. Eventually, it spread through all over Europe, all over Russia, and then after the war, it was really codified as the defining spirit that allowed survivors to survive, because they had this vision of never giving up.
And of course, it remains the canonic piece that's performed with audience standing up at the end of most Holocaust commemoration ceremonies.
We've brought together several generations, survivors, second generation, third generation, in some case fourth generation, to sing the Partisan Hymn because of the importance of that song, because how that song became the anthem in those years and a symbol of hope in all the years, in the 70 or so years since then, has been sung as a testament to that resilience, that here you have actual proof of how survivors actually survived when you have several generations together.
The Partisan Hymn has remained a cornerstone of any gathering of survivors and their descendants. So it's very heartening to have survivors. We have second, third, and fourth generations of families singing this song together of pride in Jewish resistance against the Nazi occupation.
We are singing today and taking part in this program in honor of our mother, Millie Barron, the matriarch of our family, and my father, Michael Barron, who died in 2020, and the Barron, Persky, Grodman families who perished in the Holocaust from the Oshmene Ghetto until the DP camp of Fehrenwald.
I'm here to honor my family, the Bakowitz family from Kovna, Lithuania, my uncle, Jack Bakowitz, my late father, Dr. Harry Bakowitz, and my late grandparents, Fruma and Eli Bakowitz, who escaped and were hidden, and to honor the righteous Gentiles who helped them escape and survive.
We're here to honor my mother's parents and grandparents, who were all German Jewish refugees who came here. My grandmother, Renata Reutlinger, she and her mother, Ellie Strauss, came on the SS St. Louis, and my grandfather, Paul Breslau, or Breslauer originally, he and his family fled here as well. His father was originally trapped in Germany doing slave labor, but thank God we all ended up here in America, and we're very grateful to be here today representing them.
Very grateful to be here because the majority of my family's parents were murdered in concentration camps. So it's an honor to be here representing them.
We're here to honor the memory of our parents, Faith Sanders, who's from Vilna and spent the war in various camps, and our father, Chaim, who spent the war in the Russian army, and all of the aunts and uncles that we lost.
I'm here to honor the memory of my parents, Berta Gottlieb and Simcha Chenis, born in Czernowitz, but were in Germany in the mid-1930s under Hashomer Tzair to work in Hatzolah to save, to the extent that they could, German leadership, and to honor the memory of those they weren't able to save. And my wife's parents, Leah Burstein and Simcha Fogelman, partisans and who escaped ultimately to the former Soviet Union.
We sing in honor of my grandmother, Miriam Walkenfeld, and her siblings, who hid under their Berlin kitchen table as Kristallnacht erupted outside. Her siblings survived on the Kinder transport, and the family fled Germany, making it to America, while the rest of their family perished in Treblinka.
We sing for the Mlatek Mishpacha, most of them who perished. My father survived the war in Shanghai, but most of them perished in the Warsaw Ghetto, in Treblinka.
I'm here today in honor of my parents, Benjamin Yankelevich Jacobs, my mother, Hinda Aufstreich Yankelevich Jacobs, who were among the very few survivors in our family. Countless members of our family from Bloina, from Valsha, from Vilna, from Vids perished.
I'm here for my father, Motul Kushensky, my mother, Bertha Kushensky, and the brother I never knew, Danush, who were fighters and resistors in the Krakow ghetto, and then were taken to the Plaszow concentration camp. I'm also here for my wife Betty's parents, Giza and Bennett Glazer, and their family.
We'd like to honor our parents, Yaja Naiman Fishbein, and our father, Ephraim Naiman. They escaped to the Soviet Union, and that's how they survived.
Our uncle and aunt, Gatzek and Lola Naiman, and Pessel and David Hochhausen, and the many family members who did not survive.
I'm here to honor my father, Karl Dunkel, who survived the Lodz Ghetto, Auschwitz, various labor camps, and Bergen-Belsen. I am also here to honor my mother's family, Nellie Blitt Dunkel, who went into the Warsaw Ghetto and was smuggled out of the Warsaw Ghetto a few weeks before the uprising, where her mother died, my grandmother, and then became a hidden child, hidden by the Bund until the end of the war. I lost most of my family there, except for my aunt and two of my uncles. And the rest of the family all died in Auschwitz.
I'm here for my mom, Agnes Rothblatt, and her family. We hid in the basements in Budapest, and some of the family got shot into the Danube River.
We're also here for our great-grandmother, Lisbeth Glogau, who escaped from Austria.
Along with her family, Josephine Wilhelm and Marianne Glogau.
I'm here to honor the memory of my grandparents, Sala Goldberg Kurtz and Avrum Kurtz of blessed memory, both from Radom, Poland, who between them survived 8 concentration camps, including Auschwitz, Dachau, and Bergen-Belsen, and all our family members on both sides who didn't make it.
I'm here to honor my parents, Yisrael Chaim Goldwasser and Topche Goldwasser, and my aunt and uncle, Baruch and Reisel Stoltz, who went to the Soviet Union during the war, but left the whole family, brothers and sisters and parents, in Warsaw.
I'm here to honor my mother, Rushka Halpern-Zalka, the sole survivor of her family. She was in the Lodz Ghetto and also in Dachau. I'm here to honor my father, who lost his first wife and 2 boys. He was in the Lodz Ghetto as well, and he had also worked in Dachau. And I'm thinking about all the aunts and uncles and grandparents that I never met. It's an honor to be here to sing for them.
We're here to honor my father and his grandfather, Dr. Mordechai Schechter, who survived the Czernowitzer Ghetto.
I'm here in memory of my late father, Alye, who was born in Oshmine and was liberated from Dachau, and my late mother, Chashabela, who was born in Lida and who survived the Stuttgart death march.
We're here to honor our parents, Isaac Norwich and Sarah Waxman Norwich, who survived the Lodz Ghetto and several concentration camps, and also to honor the countless family members who did not.
We're here in honor of our grandparents,
aunts, uncles on both sides of our family who shared the fate of 500,000 Jews of the Warsaw Ghetto.
I'm here in honor of my mother, Franja Bialik, from Lodz Ghetto, Dachau, and Auschwitz, and for my father, Abe Hartzik, who survived Poznan camp, Dachau, and Auschwitz.
We're singing today in memory of our family members, Betelman, Trojanovsky, Libin, Slipovich, Levin, Drobkin, who fought in the Soviet army, worked in the military plants, did not survive the ghetto in Mogilev, and we're here for them.